Getting it? Here we go. So Rivers Cuomo posts this picture up on Instagram over here. And under it, he puts this caption. He says, "When people say Weezer sucks past Pinkerton, I am left to wonder if they have ever listened to the other albums. Part of the beauty of Weezer is never knowing what you're going to get. Some albums I love more than others, but each one stands out in its own unique way." Sorry, that's just so funny to me. Listen, I mean, is it harsh to say that everything Weezer has done post-Pinkerton sucks? Like, it just sucks? Like, all of it's fucking trash? It's all garbage? Yeah, I would say that's a little harsh. It's a little, you're overdoing it a little bit. You know, you're overdoing it a little bit. Try to be a little nicer. You know, there's no reason to be that mean about everything Weezer has put out post-Pinkerton. But to say that fans have no reason to be disappointed in or dislike the material that you put out past Pinkerton is kind of silly. I mean, not only did you have an incredible debut album, but you come through right afterwards with your sophomore record with this decidedly anti-commercial album that's super distorted, super edgy, really emotional, rough around the edges. You've brought your fans into a completely different direction that's really dark and kind of tortured. They took to it. And then you switched and decided to go in on one of the most commercial trajectories of any rock band of the modern age. You know, not that there weren't some good hits along the way. You know, I like Pork and Beans. There are some tracks I like off of Green. There are some tracks I like off of Red. Hell, I mean, you know, there were a few moments off of Hurley that I thought were okay. That I remember saying in my review that I thought very positively of. But man, to act like every Weezer album is just this like completely mind-blowing new experience and trip down a different musical rabbit hole, like you know, you're not writing free jazz albums here. You know, you're writing these commercial pop albums. I mean, part of the issue, commercial pop rock albums. Part of the issue with making this charge that everything Weezer did post-Pinkerton is like, oh, you never knew what to expect. I mean, actually, we kind of knew exactly what to expect going into each Weezer album. We came to expect like really formulaic, radio-friendly rock music, and pretty much that's it, you know, and we got that. I mean, if there were any surprises, it was that, man, it seems like they somehow managed to write their worst song with each album. You know, at one point that was Beverly Hills, and you know, and it got worse and worse and worse from there. I mean, you know, there was obviously a point where they seemed to turn it around a little bit, and I personally thought that the White Album was great. I mean, for some fans, of course, it's too little too late, and I understand that. But for somebody who loved their sound back in the day, it was great to hear them come through with such a consistent, well-written album. And, you know, again, it's a little harsh to say that it just all sucks. It's all trash. It's all garbage. But I don't know, the fans are complaining for a reason. You know, they're not making these things up. I mean, there are legitimate reasons why the fans feel this way. And I'm going to leave it at that.